So as it pertains to the intestines, okay, you have the same issue that's going on. So let's say if you just did this one time and you just had one really, really super acidic meal. Okay, you went through the drive-through somewhere and you ate this meal and it was so acidic, and your intestines secreted all this mucus to buffer it, and then the meal went through, and then you went back to eating super alkaline after that. Well, the body would slowly just get rid of this mucus and eliminate it and slowly return to a stasis of normal. But what happens is that you have someone that's putting extremely acidic things in the intestines multiple times daily, again and again, day after day, month after month, year after year. It's like a non-stop trauma to the gut. And if you look at, I did another segment about alkaline versus acidic, and basically different foods that are acid forming. Well, it's so many of the foods. And so what you have is basically a condition where you have constant mucus that's being created in the gut because of all this acidic food, not to mention the drugs, the chemicals that are going through there, and so which are toxic and which also stimulate mucus production. And so you have slime that gets produced, and then you have more threats that come in, more over acidity. So you have more slime that gets produced, and more, and eventually, basically you have slime on top of old slime on top of old slime. And what happens to chemistry that's acidic over time is eventually it coagulates, it hardens, and it becomes, or can become in theory, like a glue. And so this is what's going on over years of time, or even decades of time, inside the gut, in theory. Add to this, now you're going to add in foods. So you have this slime wall, and then now you're going to add in foods like processed white flour. Okay, which is literally like, have you ever made paper mache? And you can use it, you can make white flour into basically hardened glue material. That's paper mache. And so, this can also create a perfect storm for a slime wall that just keeps getting entrenched and very difficult to scrape off. Obviously, there's so many problems with this. This is going to hurt the absorption, where you actually get the nutrition from the foods going through the gut. This is going to hurt respiration, the ability for oxygen to move through the cells, which is so important for cellular life. And then lastly, this is going to create a perfect nesting ground for parasites, because many of the parasites thrive and live on waste and highly toxic, highly acidic materials.